good morning, everybody, and welcome to The Art as Well. This is our 75th episode. And as you know, before we make a start with our interview, we have a few notices that we like to show. And these are basically people who featured on The Art as Well before and are having an exhibition. So we like to promote that, or at least show it. So the first one I want to show you is by somebody who hasn't actually been on the show, but some of the people exhibiting in this particular show have been on the program. That is Carmel Mooney. And what it is a tribute to Thomas Ryan, who's the past president of the RHA and died recently, and is also, or was also, a former president of the Arts Club, of which I'm a member. And he has been president for many, many years. And this is a tribute to Thomas Ryan in the United Arts Club, in both the bar area and upstairs in the function room. So there's some fantastic works by Thomas. And he's joined by James English, RHA, who's also exhibiting some of his beautiful work, and George Walsh, who's showing also, and finally Carmel Mooney, who's featured with us before. So if you like to get in to see that, I mean, it really is a beautiful exhibition, well worth the visit, and you'll see some superb work on view there. So it's a tribute to Thomas Ryan. The second one I want to show you is a former guest as well, and it's the sculptor Catherine Green. Now, Catherine has an exhibition on, sorry, I was trying to get something here, there, called Conspiracy, and it's called A Gathering of Ravens is its title. And it's on Thursday, May the 5th, starts there. It's been opened by Juanita Wilson, who's a director of the Irish Architectural Archive in Merrion Square East. So the gallery is open, it's from 10 to 5 p.m. Between the 6th and the 27th of May. And I know from a spy who saw some of this work, she said it was mind-blowing, is the comment she made about it. So it's certainly one that I'm going to get in, or at least hope to get in to visit during May. I was going to mention something, but I think I will anyway. It's, do you remember we were talking about NFTs a while ago? And we had a journalist on from the States talking about them. And I think on balance, she was sort of saying, caveat emptor, this is an area that is a bit much of a hype. But I noticed on ArtNet, I think it was, that an NFT of the first tweet by the guy who set it up, it was sold. He sold it for $2.9 million. And the guy who bought it tried to flip it within a year, and it's currently on sale. He was trying to get $25 million and give some of it to charity, and he can't get beyond $10,000. I need to tell you what a drop that is, or percentage-wise. But I mean, watch out. It's a tricky area, and not one to put your life savings into, as far as I'm concerned. Now, my guest this morning, is a Dublin-based visual artist with Polish roots, working mainly in paintings and printmaking. He holds a Master of Fine Art degree from the University of Maria Curie Skłodowska, I hope I got that, in Lublin, Poland. In 2005, he moved to Dublin and became an active member of the Dublin Graphic Studio. And his first job was an assistant to the sculptor Patrick O'Reilly, which he was there for 3 years when he came over to Ireland first. So let's go over to Cromlin, Dublin 12, and meet our guest this morning. And it's Andrzej Mazur.
Dzień dobry, Alan. Dzień dobry.
Dzień dobry. Dzień dobry, Andrzej. I had a mental block there for a second.
Yeah. Thank you for invitation, first of all. Yeah.
Not at all. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. So you're there in Cromlin in your house, but you're in a building at the end of the garden.
Yes, I have my own studio in the garden, so a little bit freedom from daily chaos in the house. Like
I know, and you're married with 2 young sons.
Yes, I'm happy father of 2 sons,
Yeah.
one 12, one 5, so handful handful, and going park, playing football. It's exhausting. Exhausting.
Oh, I did offer you to have them make a cameo appearance, but you thought that was maybe not a wise thing to do.
Once they start, they never stop. So better just send them to park with mommy today.
Exactly. Very good. Very good. So look, let's go back to your roots in Poland.
Yes.
Were you born in Lublin?
Outside Lublin. It's very close to a little town outside Lublin, Bulgaria. But I was, most of my time, like teens and then early adults, was in Lublin studying 5 years in art college in there. It was great time, great experience. It wasn't much about learning, but, social and engaging into art scene and stuff like that. But it was kind of, like art college is kind of bubble for everyone. You're just outside the world.
Yeah.
You live in your own bubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you study any particular discipline of the arts, or?
Yes, I went there, but they provide you with all the subjects like sculpture, printing, paintings. So I choose the classic printmaking. I was studying the etchings.
Yes.
Intaglio prints, but on the side we were always having some less practice with paintings, drawing, sculpture. So it's complex study. But my major was printmaking all the time.
Okay. And at what point did you decide to come to Dublin? Which incidentally is very close to Lublin.
Exactly. I always say I only switched the first letter. L
That's
to
right.
D. Yes, not far away. I didn't travel far away because even when I finished the when I finished the art college, adult life knocked to your door. Time to do something, decide something, start something. So I had a friend here living at the moment. So he said to me, just come over, see how you find it, Dublin, how you find Ireland. I've never been here before, so I didn't know what to expect. I came and I stay 16 years now. So
very good. So you're enjoying it.
Yeah, I found this my second home now. Like it's first home at the moment. So
yes, of course. And was your friend an artist as well?
No. Well, kind of. He was philosopher, so
okay.
Yeah, he finished philosophy, so another,
yes.
no future job, like
And what was your experience like with Patrick O'Reilly, whom I don't know? I know of.
Well, yeah, that was something amazing, surreal on some level, because when I came, just straight after the graduation, a few months after, so it's still in this art college mood, hanging with other artists. So, and I found this advertising that someone is looking for art assistant. I applied. I got email back to come on the interview, meeting, and I got the job with him, and there was great experience because it was very smooth transition from art college to just everyday life, the work to the work. So when you get paid for the things you were doing last 5 years, you're so happy,
I know.
And yes, and that gives me so much experience and confidence that art can be part of your life. It's not only studying. It's not only when you're teens. It could be your income as well.
Well, exactly. And on that point, I mean, did you learn anything about the sort of commercial aspect of art from Patrick?
Yeah, just watching, observing and exploring the Irish market. The galleries. What's the level of the art galleries? What they expect? Which one is interesting in sort of works?
Yes.
It gives me the map. It was mapping on the art scene.
Very good. Yeah. So that was really useful to you.
Oh yes. Well, especially when you're new to the country and you don't know exactly where to go, where to put your feet.
I know.
Yeah.
And were you on your own, apart from your friend that you knew? Were you on your own at that point?
Yeah. I came on young chap, single guy. living with the friends only, you know, having good you know, social life.
Yes.
But then soon after, my you know, ex-girlfriend, let's call, but at this point she became again my girlfriend. She followed me after, and she came here after a few years. We married, and that's my family now, like
very good.
Wife and kids. Yeah.
And is she involved in art or?
No. It's too many. It would be too many artists in the house.
Why are the boys picking it up as well? Are they?
No, like that's surprisingly no, because I can see that straight away. Well, they both very like scientist brain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're more interested in science, physics, maths, and other stuff. Sport maybe more. I'm not. That's not my field. That's not my field.
I know. And tell me, before we see your work and look at your studio and all that, you do have a day job as well, don't you?
Yes, you know, like I was always you know, having some jobs to secure my you know, pay the bills and rents. Especially when you're on your own in the country, you have to, you know, secure your roof.
Of course.
So yes, few years back, I got, like, I'm working with some charity at the moment. I started with them few years back, and it's the oldest Dublin charity, and we help you know, we work with homeless and addiction people. And I'm running their workshop.
Yes.
Which is kind of art and craft, woodwork, and we produce some products that we can sell them and make an income for the charity for front service.
Yeah. So the charity is called Mendicity.
Yes, Mendicity. It's MENDI city. Mendicity.
Exactly. Yeah. What's really interesting about it is that it was established in 1818.
Yes. We just celebrated 2 years, like a few years back, 200 years of constant openings. So the place is running for the last 200 years through the worst times in human history.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And tell me, the sort of people that avail of your service, that it seems to be a very wide spread of people, nationalities and problems.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're very open to different nationalities. Like we are working like 90 or 80% would be immigrants. So I kind of understand what they come from. You know, I could understand. I can feel the lost in the new situation. And yeah, and they have, you know, they could have some problems with addictions, with the homelessness, with the isolation, all of that, mental problems, mental health, you know, comes to that. So we're trying to like sign few of them to my workshop and just give them sense of belonging and be a part of something bigger.
Yes. Fantastic. Yeah. And do they stay with you long, or is there a particular course that they do and that's it, or?
Yeah, they sign for 1 year program.
Okay.
So if someone is picked and successfully signed to the program, it stay for 1 year on community employment, and they come and they spend the time. It's work with me, work with woodworks, with art and craft, and we sell them on markets, on online products. Everyone is very welcome to see the charity and support us. Anyway,
well, they should do Mendicity. Yeah. Okay, I'll put that up on the link in the YouTube video. So yeah, okay. So this means that really, in terms of time for work, you're fairly limited to probably the evening, are you?
Yes. I don't complain, because evening it was always my best time to work. Like, I don't know, I get this, you know, the vibes, the atmosphere of the nights. Like even the art college, you know, you have in the day you have your classes, you have your subject, and most of the work was done at the evening, night times, and that stays with me forever now. Like I work evenings, night times when no one is disturbing me, even the light. Let's say.
Yes. You seem to have a lovely setup there in the studio.
Yeah, I'm very happy to have this my own space, just a few meters away from your house. Like, you know, that gives you the freedom to walk in, walk out anytime you wish. Like, waking in the morning, waking in the middle of the night, you can go
Sure.
to your studio. And
Yeah.
Small
Yeah.
space, but I was trying to organize well and to feel good, to have good vibration here.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Well, look, on that point, let's have a look around. Can you give us a quick tour of the studio?
Okay, so let's start when I walk in.
Mm-hmm.
I have because I'm working with paper, work on paper and painting. So this is my station where I do works on paper.
Okay.
It could be drawings, print making, or collage, or other stuff. So that's my section for.
Can you show us your book there?
Yes.
Yeah. Scrapbook, is it?
It's because I'm working with collage and other stuff like this. So I collecting the old print, vintage prints to have the sources for my works later on.
Mm-hmm.
So this is all 18th, 19th century original prints or illustration from the books.
Where do you source that, Andrzej?
Mainly, some flea markets or charity shops with old books, vintage books, online. If friends knows what I'm collecting, so if they have come across something, they just give me or refer to.
Very good. Yeah.
So this is kind of my workstation for paper. We work on papers.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have shelves, where is everything.
Yeah, books,
Painting mediums, or some storage boxes, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So then we go, and I have to hang the paintings all around because that's the best way. And then I have my etching press, printing press,
Mm-hmm.
where I do my prints, etchings.
So do you make your own plates there?
Yes, Intaglion copper plates.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So then I have my contemplation, let's say, corner.
Is that where you do your meditation?
That's where I do my meditation, or looking at the paintings and what's the next step for it.
Yes.
And then my painting section.
Wonderful.
Yeah, the paints and mess on the table.
Andrzej, I wouldn't call that a mess from what I've seen in the past.
No, but the mess in positive way, the mess could be inspiring as well, uplifting.
Sure. That's true.
And that's my painting station.
So do you sit mostly?
Yeah, I sit mostly because I work in slow. My works are very detailed sometimes. So, you have to feel comfortable. And, music, radio, computer, brushes. And, if I work, you can see if I'm bored, I go on trampoline.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah. And is most of your work, other than the printmaking, obviously, is it in oil, or do you use acrylic?
Yeah, I only use oil for painting.
All right.
Because the way I'm working, like I say, I work very slow. My work process is slow, so the oil is perfect medium for me because gives me the time to work with it.
Wonderful.
It's small space, but somehow I managed to fit everything I need. I don't know how, but so that's where I mostly spend the evenings.
Yeah. And Andrzej, how would you describe your genre? The sort of the style that you use.
Well, some people said it's surreal, but I wouldn't call it surreal. I would call more like maybe symbolism or classic symbolism, because I'm using a lot of references from art history.
Yes.
Sometimes I'm taking directly like some figure or some gesture or some sort of from the art history, and engaging with the other symbols, giving them new meanings, playing around. But never, I would never consider myself as a surreal, rather than figurative painter with traditional backgrounds and playing with the symbols, something like that. I don't know if that makes sense.
No, it does make sense. What I'm interested in though is how you've interpreted the sort of classics.
Yes.
And you kind of only seem to concentrate in specific areas.
Exactly. Yes.
So can you talk us through that and why?
Yeah, I don't know, because when I was studying the art in art college, printmaking has a long tradition and history. So I was straight away deeply rooted into that tradition, and I just fell in love with masters. And I said, why not to play with them? Why not to taking from them so much and just be a filter for their visions. And so interpret yourself, your own, to interpret their works through your soul.
Yes. All right. So this is a 3-stage reconstruction.
Yes. So that's
Everybody see that? All right.
Well, yes, deconstruction. I call it deconstruction.
Yeah.
So this work shows clearly the process that my works might take sometimes. So sometimes my works comes from freehand drawing. Like the left side, there is a little drawing I made on the paper. It's this very small A5 size drawing, which I transferred to 60 by 80 oil painting. So, and it's the idea in the drawings changed through the painting process. When you see the middle work is just painting in the halfway through. So yes. I kind of copied the drawing in the oil some ways, and then just change a little bit to give the better visual effects.
Yes.
Adding the hands. So that's the stages of my working process on one of the work.
Okay, and can you talk us through why you make certain marks, and say what looks like pearls there?
Yes, yeah. No, they just absolutely just the composition. There is no meaning with them. It's just composition. Something I love to play. Marks, scratches. They play only compositional, the.
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
The part.
Yeah. Okay. And this is 5-finger exercise. 5-finger
exercise, yeah. This again is like you clearly see, it's deeply inspired by classic art. It was Giorgione. There was full portrait of Venetian gentleman. I don't remember exactly now.
Okay.
Yeah. But I took that painting, like the portrait, and by making only a few splashes, with ochre and browns and with the background, I took that hand from that portrait, and it appeared to me like just fully finished portrait, universal portrait, let's call, with no direct face.
Yeah.
And because it's always I love to play with the titles and let the viewer and public to find their own meanings. So I just make 3 holes into this window cell or whatever it is, and I call this 5-finger exercise. Because it reminds me of flute or something that he can play on it.
Ah, yes. Okay. Derek asks, do you have a finished work in your mind's eye before completing a work, or is it completely spontaneous?
No. Yes, that's very, very rarely happen. I need to have finished drawing project, but that's 5% of my work would be like that I have finished work, design and prepared on the first stage, and then just copy. No, usually they grow with the process.
I understand.
They change, they grow, and they might be changed through the years as well. Sometimes I'm taking the 5 or 6 years old painting, which is still here, and just looking at this and adding the fresh touches.
Yes. Okay, this is called Borderline.
This is called Borderline, and this is again, one of my favorite painting, because it shows you how little work can make a strong work. The whole painting is just a black canvas with the tiny little two parts painted in green and white and stuff, and the hands, of course. And this only little work gives you an impression of the 3D, the effects, the landscape and the figure and everything in here by doing just very little. And also the inspiration for this work, working with in the fields that I'm working every day with the mental health and homelessness, it's sometimes inspiring me to speak. So this work, it's raising the mental health issue, like borderline.
Yes. So I love,
and the representation of darkness, so depression, and everything is just squeezed to the center, just to the tiny narrow reality under your arms, like here. It's just, I think it's a good representation for the subject.
Yeah, it's very interesting because your mind is completely telling you the rest of the story.
Yeah.
With only that tiny bit of information.
Yeah.
Which is very clever. Yeah.
Exactly.
All right, and this is called 47 Dots in Slightly Curved Landscape.
Exactly, yeah. And it's playing with the masters. I mean, the figure itself is not a copy or anything. It's just it's just a pose that they were, the masters, Baroque paintings or Renaissance paintings, mostly Baroque. This figure would be from Baroque. It's just a figure I paint. Some parts are finished, some parts are untouched, like the hand. It's just the freshness, and again the things under her hands is just the compositional part, and the landscape itself, curvy, and the title speaks itself. It's direct title, 47 red dots on the slightly curved landscape. It's just a compositional paint based on the influenced by Baroque paintings.
Yeah, and would this be on canvas?
Yeah, all my work's on canvas.
All your work.
Okay. Again, 95%.
Sure.
Sometimes it will be prepare playwood with this, the canvas on the top.
Okay, and what size? What sort of size would this be?
This work is pretty small. It's 40 centimeter by 40 centimeters.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And I know you've exhibited a lot in the RHA and the RUA over the years.
Yes, I was always like lucky to be selected. If not here, I mean in Dublin, then in Belfast. Yeah, every year I've been selected somewhere. Unfortunately, this year not in here, but looking forward for Belfast then.
Okay, and just while we're on the subject, do you sell your work through anyone in particular, or are you relying on exhibitions like that?
No, I'm tied with one gallery for many years now. I'm finding very, very nice, lovely people. It's called Kildare Gallery in Carton House in Kildare. It's a small little gallery run by a business couple, and they're just fantastic. They're lovely, and I work with them for many years now, and sometime direct sale through the social media maybe, or followers.
Do you think social media is becoming more important for artists as a channel?
Oh yeah, I think it's huge change since the COVID, COVID changed everything, and even the art market, you're getting the contacts from potential buyers or collectors through the social media now. Yeah, and that's worldwide. Yeah. Okay, now the next one I love because it shows that you have a sense of humor, and not that anyone would doubt it, but with the type of work. I mean, you said this yourself, that a lot of people think that you're probably very introverted and not a very outgoing sort of person, but in fact, you're anything but what is represented in your art in certain ways. Yes, there's a lovely sense of humor, and this next one certainly captivates that. Tell us a bit about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's my response to COVID situation, and I call discover your face no matter the price.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know, we all remember, like, we have to cover the face walking everywhere. On some stage, it's almost on the street and everywhere.
Yeah.
So it was my sense of humor. It comes to this work. Yeah,
sure.
yeah, bit of sarcasm maybe, but I think it's represent the situation of the COVID pretty well.
It does. I mean, as in, if you forget your mask,
yeah,
you do something drastic.
You won't be allowed to buy your groceries. So
exactly.
Pull up your neck. Yeah, pull up your
jumper.
Your jumper up and walk in.
Yeah, exactly. Very good. Okay. Now this next one is the dancers.
The dancers. Yeah, this is my my new work. One of the latest. That's I'm just building portfolio for some solo show, and this work is again like classic inspired. The figure itself, it's taken from now I don't remember right now, but from it could be Giorgione again, and multiply, like I multiply the figure, reverse in the mirror and make a splashes, because now I'm losing, like I'm trying to do the work with more fresh movement and splashes, not to be such a precise, give some freshness to the work as well. So that's the new series of works that's coming on. And yeah, again, classic inspired. And because the figure, when you multiply the figure, reverse the figure, you can clearly see the dancing happening on the stage, like, you know.
Yes. Maria Gabriela Serpi says beautiful work, and Carol says beautiful paintings, so joyful.
Thank you very much, Carol. Yeah.
Now this one is called Fading Love. Tell us about that.
Yeah, this one is called Fading Love. It's a very small work. It's again maybe 20 by 30 centimeter, not even. And it's again one of my favorite works, and because maybe it's the true story behind. So I'm very emotionally engaged and tied to this work. It's called, like you said, Fading Love. And when I was doing this work, painting the work, it's supposed to be like couple, like two fully portrait couple, maybe kissing or whatever, some relation between them. But in the meantime, one of my friends was in having a relation crisis. You know, the girlfriend left him, so I was his counselor. Like, you know, he was crying to me all the time, and this situation was like kind of subconsciously in my head all the time. So on some stage, I just, because wasn't happy with the portrait, with the faces I did, so I just wiped with the cloth, you know, like just to start again, maybe. But when I did that, it's appeared to me like, you know, perfect statement for his life situation. So I add this little pocket watch to the man's hand, just to give them a stronger statement about the fading love, about passing, about the time and passing and disappearing. So this is like I love this work.
Yeah, I love it too, because I think it's one of those wonderful pieces of art where if you look at the first time, okay, it has a certain impression on you, but the more you look at it, the more it grows.
Yeah, and I have great like anecdote story. Like this work was on some exhibition a few years back, and you know, it gives you the greatest statement as can be, because one of the viewer, public, like girl, she was standing at the work and she was sobbing, crying.
Really?
Yes, because you know, it probably was personal as well. So I'm very like I'm, you know, I can't be happy from someone crying, but you know, it's a statement for artists that I made a work that is very universal and on some level could be very personal. So that I'm just. Yes.
Okay. No, beautiful work. Well done. The next one is also quite personal to you.
Yes, and again, like I said, I'm not a portrait artist. I'm not good in portraits, so I don't feel that my strong subject.
Mm-hmm.
So a few years ago, when my now wife arrived here, my girlfriend at this time,
Mm-hmm.
when she arrived here, I said, okay, I make you a portrait, stuff. And it's again, small pieces, just A5, so 20 by 30 maybe, or not even. And I started making the portrait, in this Orthodox icons, like, with the gold leaves on the background, stuff like that, glorifying her, like my new goddess. And I wasn't happy with the portrait, so I just, sorry, love, I can't do it. And I throw this work out. I mean, somewhere in the studio. And after a few years moving and moving the houses and things, I found this work.
Mm-hmm.
And I was really embarrassed of the level of the skills, like, really, really bad work. I'd say, oh my goodness, I need to destroy it that no one will see it.
Yes.
So I just, or maybe repaint it, and I grabbed the wire brush and sandpaper and just trying to sand it down to maybe work again. But when I did that, and again, appeared to me just the perfect work, like, because there was few years we were married and all, and I call this work First Love. And, again, it shows you the time passing.
Yes.
We're moving on in life, and the memories just, out there, little scratches appears on your memories and reality. So I think it's a perfect, statement.
Gorgeous. And do you still have that one?
No, it was sold. It was sold to very good hands, actually, I can say.
Okay, if you like, we won't say who it is, but you did tell me.
Yes, I did tell you.
She's a wonderful artist. Okay. Now, this is called Foggy Day.
Foggy Day. Yeah, this is a work on paper. When I said I'm working with the old prints, so that example, when I have some old print, I either do the collage, so I'm cutting the pieces of print, or I work directly on the vintage antique prints. This is example when I was working directly on the print with the acrylic paint. So I just blocking some parts of the old print and exposing some only little original parts to make some completely different like image. And I think we can see two figures with the head slightly moved, and there was 5 or 6 people on the print itself. You can see the hand is not the right position, so that's why, because it's part of the other person.
Yes.
But yeah. So this is kind of a new exercise for me. It's very like exercise. It's just for your exercise for your imagination. I'm just taking this as a freehand drawing or something like.
Yes.
It's just a few minutes work like.
Yeah. Okay. Now we go back into your sense of humor again. This is called How to Check the Temperature of Carrot Soup.
Yeah. So that's oil painting again, and again and again. Probably I'm gonna tell this all the time. Inspired by classic masters. Don't know the name and title.
Don't worry.
Yeah, but you'll see some classic inspiration in the hands, like the sideways portrait in the Renaissance. So I just took the hand, divide the canvas on the 3 different partitions. One is just the past, the black past. On the right side, you have some lovely Renaissance landscape with a lot of splashing and distortions, and still life on the table. So when I combine this, because the hand was pointing on the table, so I just said I need to add some more meanings. It would be too empty. So I had the cup and with the soup, and that's the title came from.
So there's no significance of it being carrot soup as against chicken noodle soup.
No. But
Okay.
I like this work to be classic, but modern and funny at the same time. You know?
Yes, yes. Yeah. All right. I was a cowboy.
I was a cowboy. Yeah, that's the work I was. I had this image, this in my head. So this is two paintings done in two different times. You can see one is from 2006, one is 2013. I just love the image, the idea of the painting. So I just repeated in a few years after, and that shows me also my progress in painting process.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know, it's for better or worse. People like 2006, the other like 2013. It's not about the value, but I like the idea. And the funny story is about this painting. When I came up with the idea, the man sitting on the peak, holding the stick with the, again, pocket watch. So the whole idea, and even the title, I was a cowboy. The whole idea was pretty like regretting, the time is gone. At the end of the day, I'm only the old man rocking the peak on rocking peak. So it's kind of, when I was thinking, it was regretting a negative meaning, maybe some sort of melancholy. But when I showed this painting here, and the Irish public saw the painting, it's unbelievable how the public can change the meaning of the work, because they told me the Irish saying on the pig's back,
yes,
which is very, very positive to everyone.
Yeah.
And I since that time, maybe the second version, I gave the title on the pig's back, which is uplifting, not down, draining you.
I know, yeah.
It's funny, the and I always like this when the public find own meanings and give my works own lives, because I'm only one person that say something, but someone else can, it's pretty obvious for me with the translation, lost in translation, I can say something in English. When I translate from Polish directly, it could have different meaning for people here. So this is always make me like funny.
I'm wondering, Andrzej, are you the sort of person who loves to stand by their work incognito and listen to people's opinions or talking about it?
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, I love that.
When
yeah,
you can, yeah,
I love that, because I very often I'm not giving direct idea, like it's open, it's yours, it's here, Please.
You made the analogy of bringing someone into the woods by their hand and then letting them go.
Yeah, exactly. Like in all tales, like bring to the wood, let them go and find your own way.
Yes. Right, now here are two, both called Insomnia. So this is Insomnia 1. Yeah,
so it's this could be like, people could say it's surreal. It might be, yes, but it's my own statement for like my representation, my self-portrait, let's call. Because I love, like I said, I love to work at night times. I'm finding the nights very inspiring for me. The atmosphere, the vibes. I heard that your brain is working on different waves when you at the nighttime. The magnetic fields or whatever. It's true. I find very, very interesting the working at the night times, and that's my insomnia.
Yeah. But is that in a sense why a lot of your work appears dark?
Yeah. You see, because maybe also exactly the light, artificial light.
Oh yes.
I'm working. Yes, the lights. I'm not working like very. Maybe some finishes, touches, or crucial color parts in the painting I might do in the daylight. But mostly I'm working with the artificial lights, nighttime. So it's hard to find the nuances in the color, so they appear to dark. And also because I like the classic painting, all those glazing, all those sfumato, all those foggy parts.
Yes.
that comes through the year on the paintings. That's also, yeah.
There's a number of comments, Andrzej, about your work, all of which are wonderful, which we will get to. But just as you were talking about working in the night, Tim Goulding has put up a brother of the night because he works at night.
Okay, welcome, Tim. Yeah.
As he says, he gets up at the crack of noon.
Yeah, welcome. I completely understand you.
Yeah. I will get to those comments because there's some lovely comments. And this is Insomnia 2.
Yeah, so this is Insomnia 2. Again, it's represent this, I don't know, it's good to be active at night. It's kind of, maybe it is surreal, but, I think it's representing pretty well the nightlife,
Mm-hmm.
When the owl is coming to you and the heavy rock is dragging you down to sleep, like, it's everything. The atmosphere, the night colors, the lighting, the symbol of the owl, the night, and you fighting against the moon, like it's just a insomnia. It's just insomnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm happy that this painting actually was last year in Royal Ulster Academy, and I'm beyond the words to say thank you to Humbly. They picked this work as a prize winner for their for their prize.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's superb. I'm not surprised, but well done. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, scattered thoughts.
Scattered thought, yes. This painting, again, as you see, it's classic inspired, and I love this. It's actually, I paint this. It was process. The painting was building itself. I was adding the pieces, the line, the colorful line, like a rainbow or something. I don't remember the name of that plant. I can't, actually, I still have in my studio.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a figure. It's just a blurry face or whatever left from the head. When you have them scattered thoughts, there's nothing is indirect. Everything is scattered, like in this work itself.
Yes.
And it's like itchy. It's itching you, like this plant. Thistle.
Oh, thistle. Yes, thistle. Yeah.
Thistle, yes.
All right. Now, to put these two together.
Yes,
because the left is Madonna with hollow block.
Hollow block.
Yeah, a morning routine.
Yeah, so they're pretty complementing each other. They were done at the same time painting. So it's again fresh and splashy, messy work. I was taking some images as a references. So on the left side you have there was Titian, Madonna with child. So only what's left is a bit of shoulder, hand, and general pose. An instant child I just put on the like a concrete block just to be more funny and just playing with the standards.
Yes.
And then again just give some freshness and big smart like mark of the paint all over the face. It's just the same happened in the other painting on the right side where the reference was some Victorian portrait of lady, in the putting the some clothes on her or whatever, and again just a bit of splashing, messing. That's it's process. It's the painting that shows the process of paint.
Exactly.
And the morning routine, I think it's universal. The meaning for the ladies, before you wake up, you have your morning routine. All those paint on your face, all those dressing up, yeah.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I think this is called, is this wishful thinking?
Yeah, that's wishful thinking. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So again, it shows you the process. This work shows you the process when sometimes happening when I transfer my drawing into the paint. Like when the right side is a like freehand doodle drawing, some compositional parts, which I skipped them when I was painting. I just did the same kind of figure, the pose on the landscape. And the funny thing is, because I found that the head, the hair, and everything that goes down, it's like it's like you see this as a paint. You know the paint when they just spread.
Run, yeah.
Yeah, run. But this is actually part of the rust. I had some can, and the rust fell off, like the paint or something fell off from the can, and on the other side of the paint there was this rusty pattern from the can, from the metal.
Yes.
So this is actually stuck on the painting. It's a piece of rust.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's not collage, but I use this part as a hair. I don't know, because the work is sold, so I don't know actually what's happened after a few years with the exposure to the light, if the rust is still there. Yes. But I don't know. I'm curious actually.
Yeah. Okay. And are they large?
Oh no, this is very small. This is 20 by 25 centimeter oil.
And are you using a felt tip pen for the drawing?
For the drawing. The drawing is very small. The drawing would be 10 by 15 centimeters. So this is felt tip, ink pens, and some coffee stain. I use the coffee stain as a coloring medium.
Yeah. All right. There are two more to view, and they are both etchings. So this is the first one, and it's called "Would You Lay With Me?" Yes.
So that's etching. I did that when I was. It's at the beginning of working graphic studio, so it would be 2009, and I love it. So it's again my etching intaglio print, inspired by classic etchings, Dürer, Goldzius, all those masters. But then it's like a kind of collage. I mix the match and give the surreal meaning to that maybe.
Yes. Yeah, beautiful and so detailed. Again, forgive my ignorance, but do you do this with a pen first, and does it transfer then onto a plate?
Oh no. Like I have the image drawn on the paper, then slowly repeat the image on the copper plate, line by line, dot by dot, scratch by scratch, and then it's printed. But actually this one, because it's black and white print, like original etchings, old etchings, when you use one ink, it's black. So it was black and white print, but then it's hand colored actually.
Ah, right.
All the colors that appears here, I applied by the brush, like 19th century woodcuts or something, colored by hand.
So how many prints would you produce?
When I do in when I do in color, I just do 10 copies. 10 in addition, because it's very time consuming.
Sure, I can imagine.
Yeah.
And this is our last one here, the Lovers.
That's exactly the same. It's a black and white print, hand colored, slightly, add some color by brush, and I call this the Lovers. So it's straightforward, playful representation of the lovers. You have let's say man and woman, open cage, the bird is flying to the cage, it's all what's happening when you fell in love. And it's very from the beginning of my residency and working graphic studio. So, and I was in this detail mood at this time. It's very detailed work.
Very, very intricate, very intricate. Okay, I'm going to read some of the comments that have been made. Let me go back to where it might start. Now, I know some of them are very specific to a specific work, which I mightn't remember.
If I only can answer,
Yeah, exactly. Great to see different stages of the paintings, Margie Dunn. I've read Derek's. Maria, beautiful work, I've read that. Tim Goulding, a revelation. Love the limited colors in the dancers. Beth Grant says, this is a beautiful piece. Your mind can fill in the faces. And I think that's the Lovers as well.
Thank you very much.
Fading Love. Katie, I love this one. I think that's, oh no, it is the same one, yeah. Fading Love is poignant, says Tim. Stephen McLaughlin says, stunning and accomplished. Even though Andrzej says it has no deep meaning, it has a combination of fabulous mark making, composition, and meaning. I see. He's very modest. This is the thing.
Yeah.
Carol, maybe do one of Alan's workshops. Who? Him? No, don't think so. Do one of his. Unless you're going to do it. Derek, work has the same and mysticism as witnessed in the romantic figurative work of the Welsh master painter. And I know he's gone down to say who that was, if I can find it. I can't find it. It's there somewhere. I'll come back to it anyway, don't worry. Okay. Margie, fading love is timeless.
Yes.
Ivor Davies is the Welsh master that he was referring to.
Yeah, never come across.
No, okay. Tim Goulding, scratched love, more than beautiful. Tim loves that. Alico, stunning paintings, love the backgrounds, beautiful colors. Brenda McCann, interesting work. Sorry, I have to leave now. Oh, bye-bye. Sorry, miss you, Brenda. And no doubt you'll watch it on the playback. Katie Keane on the pig's back is brilliant. She loves that.
The story with the painting is fascinating.
Isn't it funny?
Fascinating about that.
Completely different interpretation. Yeah.
No, it's just beyond me. Yeah.
And my daughter says, wow, congratulations. I love the Insomnia pieces. Jean Butler, how amazing. Love the blend of classical and modern, as well as the symbolism and story. Everything in this work is delightful. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Glorious wishful thinking. Love the drawing. Beautiful drawing, says Eilish. Stephanie McLaughlin, technically brilliant. Yes. Maria Gabriela Serpi says, surreal inspiration indeed. Tim, very subtle coloring on the black and white etchings. Yes, these are the last two that we looked at. And Robert Kelly says, love the presentation, Andrzej, which provides a great insight into your work.
Thank you very much.
Lovely comments then. You know the next question I'm going to ask you, and that is, who's your favorite artist? Because I'm always intrigued about what an artist picks, and very often they're the absolute opposite to the artist's work themselves. But in your case, not so much. So tell us who your favorite artist is.
Yes, there's so many, Alan. There's so many of them. There's so many. When you see, like, I'm taking as much as possible from art history. So everyone has something to offer, I'm sure. But if you have to limit to one, so the artist, for me, it would be always Hieronym Bosch.
And now we're having a look at that.
Yes, Hieronym Bosch, and his main, the well-known, like the Garden of Early Delights. That's what's happening here. It's that what I want to achieve at some time. Not on this scale.
Yes.
But to give the viewer own interpretation, like the professional art critics and art historians, they still digging what's going on in this painting, but it doesn't matter. It's still beautiful, and everyone has their own story to this painting. So much going on. The gravities, like the absurd, the surreal. He broke every law of physics in this painting.
And what years are we going back to?
Oh, we're talking like he was 1480 born.
That's what I thought.
So it's 15th century. 500 years ago.
Quite extraordinary at that time.
When I saw that painting in flesh, like in Madrid, in Prado, I was just, like nearly crying to see this. And the beauty of the work is just beyond the time. It's timeless.
I think there are two side panels to it. So it's a triptych.
Oh, yeah. It's like an altar. So it was closed, and there's other. When they closed the panels, there was other story on the other side. It's a globe. Everything is painted in black and white. It's the it's the art I would love to steal. If you ask me what artwork would you like to steal, this is the artwork I would love to steal. Not who's your favorite artist.
I know. Okay, now I'm going to invite everybody to ask a question directly. Or make a comment to Andrzej.
Yes, please. Can you hear me?
Carol, off you go. Yeah.
Morning, Andrzej. That was fantastic work. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, perfect. Thank you very much.
I just love it. And it's just, at the moment, I just want to go down to my studio and just take your nourishment. It's just beautiful work.
I'm very happy. I have the same feeling every time I visit National Gallery here in Dublin. Like, I just quickly run to the studio.
Yeah. Just to say to you about the portrait, I couldn't put a smiley face beside it, but you were talking about the scratched love, and you said you're not very good at portraits, but it's actually beautiful. But that's why I'm thinking about Alan, because I heard his workshop was excellent.
Oh, I see. Yes.
That's why.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I learned that sometimes the portrait doesn't have to be, realistic. And that's why I love this work. I mean, still love, but it went to another artist, so hopefully inspiring someone else.
Hey, anybody else? Thanks for that, Carol.
Hi, Andrzej.
Hello,
Stephanie.
Hi. Yes.
Hi, Stephanie.
I love the work, Andrzej, and I'm just wondering about your diptychs and your triptychs. Are they part of a development of your idea? Like, are you distilling the story from one to the other? Are they like part of your process almost?
Yeah. They're two different works. It was showing you two different works. Just to want to show you the process, how it comes. The first was just a drawing, which on some stage I said it's beautiful and I want to make an oil painting from that drawing.
Yes.
Actually, I have this drawing here. You're probably talking. It's very small. It's very small drawing.
Yes. Yeah.
So when I did that, I said I want to make this in oil painting, and it's just the scale only made in the computer, but the painting itself is bigger and shows you the process, like the middle stage, the middle image. It was a painting in the process already, like kind of the same as a drawing, but then I changed. The final version was a little bit changed and than original drawing, but that's only process to show the public there.
Yeah, and it's fascinating to see, and I must say that, like, even that distortion in your images, even though there's a hint, and even though your imagery is not as raw, but there's a hint of Francis Bacon.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah.
The
fragmentation. The
fragmentation. And but your images are not like his, were like raw meat, but
they're
yours
not that
are
wild.
Like,
Yes.
yours
are not wild.
Yes, but it's very, very beautiful. And I love as well that you say that your kind of the process is a kind of chance, down to chance. Some of the mark making, like rust and drips. I really love that. It's not about some deep meaning or something.
No.
Visually beautiful.
Yeah, the mistakes are playing the role in the work as well. So, like, just to show the public as well that you can make a mistake or just random touches they made without consciousness. Like, that's how the art is going. Like the painting is going.
Yeah. No, it's fantastic. Congratulations, beautiful work.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Okay.
Thanks, Stephanie. Okay, anybody else?
Yeah, hello.
Derek,
Derek. Yeah, just curious. Herodotus Bosch has got a lot of religious iconography in his work.
Yeah.
Do you have any interest in religious iconography coming into your work?
No, not directly. You see, because I'm taking inspiration from masters. It's obviously there was most of the work were just religious. When we're talking the Renaissance and Baroque, there were huge, there were the huge demand on the religious painting, and because I'm finding them without any connotation to any religions, it's just humankind and human figures or stuff like that. It's somewhere you find this religious iconography in the works because I'm part of a Europe culture and from this times, so maybe that's why. Yeah, but that's nothing directly to the religious, representation.
Okay, thanks, Derek, for that. Thank you. Okay, let me ask you one more question, and that is your future. Have you anything in store for the future that you'd like to tell us about?
Well, develop.
Yeah.
Practice. Now, well, I have some, like I mentioned before, I got this prize in Royal Ulster Academy by Hamley, and one of the part was a solo show with them. So at the moment, I'm just preparing myself for around end of the year, solo show in Hamley in Dorber House.
Okay. Well,
So
when it comes to that, let us know.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And,
Yes.
Maybe Ciara might come back from France at some stage.
I'll manage to get back from France for that.
I'm sure you will. Once it hits the winter, just get out of there.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll have something to look forward to in on solo.
Okay, thanks, Ciara. All right. Okay. Next week, just to let you know, and I don't normally divulge who my guest is, but I am this time, because the guest next week is one of Ireland's leading art critics and president of the Association of Irish Critics, and it's Christine Leach, who writes for the Sunday Times about artists, and she's a broadcaster, and she's also a writer, and she's a book coming out very soon called Negative Space. So I'm going to be talking to her about her life, but art as an art critic, I think it'll be very interesting for us artists to understand how an art critic ticks. And, because I think all of us need to have some connection with the media in order to promote ourselves, a little bit like we're doing here, but on a bigger scale, even more so. So Christine is going to be my guest next week, and I hope you'll tune in for that. But Andrzej, it's been an absolute pleasure talking to you. You're a wonderful, lovely person. You're very grounded.
I was a bit worried, but I recommend the interview with Alan with everybody.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you for that. They'll all be queuing up now. But you're a very grounded individual, and I'm sure that's down to a lot of the work you do in Mendicity.
Thank you very much, yeah.
And as I say, people should look that up. They do some lovely work, great work, and they've been doing it since 1818, which is extraordinary.
Absolutely.
And they sell some of their work, like flower boxes and all sorts of things, handcrafted. So I'll put the link on the video.
Thank you, Alan.
Please look that up. So look, I wish you the very, very best, Andrzej. Good luck with everything. You deserve everything, every good thing that happens to you. You deserve.
Yeah. I'm happy at the moment, so let's keep the way.
Exactly. Okay, take care.
Thank you, Alan. Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you very much for all the questions and comments. Thank you.